welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. A quick pass to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to pass. It's Green. Catch in the middle. It's Clapp. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Going to sling it on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab right down the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there to get this offense home.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and after the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hampton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miller with the ball. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Takes the easy completion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Williams. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Got it in the middle. It's Young. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave him the completion. What did he do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the...
Looking for the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
The listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for space. It's Washington. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their...
He's looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Once he got some room, it was over. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. We saw a great example of it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Let's talk about Alabama. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Flushed out of the pocket. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signals for the 2-minute timeout.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's unfortunate for the offense because that drive looked so good. They were just methodical. They were running and they were throwing and had the football down in a great position down near the goal line. You've got to be able to pay that off. You cannot afford to take a sack in that situation. If you're the quarterback, that's a massive mistake.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Green. Grabbed in the middle, it's Washington. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hampton. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on 1st down. Brings it in down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Green. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Going deep. Makes a catch at the 15. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Simpson. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Back's looking for the goal line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown time.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. When you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on fourth down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Complete downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give them the lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Now on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Green. Punts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quarterback moving. Fires into the end zone. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Looking to pass. It's Green. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. This is a designed run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Might be looking to run. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
He'll return it from the 50, and the returner will be knocked down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 30 short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for those defense.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Handoff to the single running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass on second down. It's caught. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Green. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's flat. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Green.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to keep it in the air. Right down the middle. It's complete. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fights off a defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Green. Now he's going to break the pocket. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. This
sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolute.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. They'll try to run it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 24 over Washington. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And they try to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have 1 left after that. You realize you've got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Moving out of the pocket. He's going up top here late in the game. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Inside the 15.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Green. He's taking the deep shot. Hauls in the deep ball. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And as he throws, pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Sails one into the middle. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. They get the W, and with that being